What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, Facebook? How y'all feeling? It's your girl. What's going on with y'all? What's going on? What's good? What's good? What's good? Let me turn this way so I can see if y'all can see me. Try to look on my computer to see what y'all see. All right, how y'all feeling though? How y'all feeling? Could y'all believe we already at the end of another week, man? January's almost over. The year just started. Time is flying. How y'all feeling? As y'all hop on, drop in the comments. Let me know who's on. Y'all know what to do too. Share the video. Share the live out. I got a call coming up at 9 o'clock, so I said, let me hop on in and talk to y'all for a minute about something that I think is super important, but I think that a lot of people are overlooking. And it's the fact that you've probably been hearing it over and over and over again, but maybe it hasn't really hit you yet, where people keep saying that the poor, there's the middle class is being eliminated. There's going to be rich or poor, right? And I want y'all to really be aware. So excuse me a little bit, like if y'all can't see me too good, I can't see. I got my phone facing the other way. But check this out. Let me see if y'all can see. All right. Think about it this way. In life, we got the rich and wealthy, and then you got the poor, right? And middle class. Y'all would agree, right? You got the rich and wealthy, and you got the poor and middle class. Now, what's happening right now in the world, the way that, things are happening, something called inflation is happening. What it's doing is it's literally wiping out the middle class. So I want y'all to understand that in the next 2-3 years, there's going to be rich or there's going to be poor. There's going to be no middle class. So if you're on this call right now, you're watching this live right now, and you consider yourself middle class, this call is for you. Because the middle class is most people, and they're being wiped out quickly. Think about it. What's happening right now is what we call hyperinflation. Y'all realize that the cost of everything is going up, but your income's in? You realize that? The cost of living is going up. Let's talk about it. And let me see if Facebook will let me be great, if they'll let me see the actual comments. No, they didn't let me see it, man. I was hoping that it would let me see what y'all saying. But let's talk about it. Inflation. Inflation is one of the things that's wiping out the middle class. What's inflation? I just said it. The cost of living going up, but your incomes are remaining the same. So what's going up? Like, think about it. Y'all, rent is going up. The cost of food is going up. Y'all realize you go to the supermarket with $100. Back in the day, you could get almost a cart full. Now you go to $100, you get 3 or 4 bags, right? If you're watching this from the Bahamas, y'all already know. When I was home the other day, I went to the store to get a couple things. When I tell you like one bag, my bill was like $63. And I was trying to figure out how in the world these couple things are $60. So when I got home, I looked at the receipt because I was perplexed. I was like, how did this happen? I looked at, I bought 2 bags of grapes, and the grapes was $12 each. So that was $24 on grapes. I was like, what in the world is this? This is crazy. But it's happening every single day, and everything we're buying, right? Food is going up. The cost of gas is going up. Gas ain't cheap no more. Gas here in the States like $3.20, $3.30 a gallon. Bahamas is like $5 a gallon. So gas is going up. The cost of like daycare for your kids is going up. All your bills are going up, right? Your utility bills, electricity bills. Guys, the cost of living, just to maintain a quality of life, it costs you more money. But your income is remaining the same. So think about that. If the cost of living is going up, but your income is remaining the same, it really means your income is going down, right? They're not paying you less, they're paying you the same money, but it's really worth less. Because now, let's say you're making $500 a week, you're still making $500 a week, but you can't buy the same amount of stuff you used to buy with that $500. Does that make sense to anyone? Y'all following me? So that's what's happening. The cost of everything is going up. Our incomes are really going down, so our dollar doesn't go as far. Same dollar, same $10, same $50, but you cannot buy the same amount of stuff. I remember when I was younger, and I would come away and I would have like $100 bill. Y'all, I thought I was balling, because you could buy a lot with $100. But now you can't buy nothing with $100. $100 $10 is like $10. As soon as you break it, it's gone. So that's what's happening. This is how the middle class is being eliminated, because most people, that their spending power is getting less and less and less. And what's going to end up happening, guys, is that a lot of people aren't going to be able to maintain all of their bills. They won't be able to maintain the same quality of life, which is going to switch where they are socioeconomically. They're no longer going to be middle class. They're going to be poor. And that's a wake-up call. And that's something that a lot of us got to really get aware of and get intentional about, because what are we going to do? Most middle-class people have what we call like blue-collar jobs. So think about the middle class, right? Their jobs are blue-collar, which means that's like your people who are the working class. But what I want to tell people is, like, with the advancement of technology, most middle-class jobs are going to be replaced with AI. Who knows what AI is? Drop it in the chat. Who knows what AI is? That's artificial intelligence. Excuse my bad handwriting here. So most middle class jobs are going to be replaced with artificial intelligence, aka robots or computers. One of the easiest ways where we see this happen is like in the supermarket or in stores, in retail stores, where we used to have people cashing. They're no longer there. Now you got like self-checkout, right? People's jobs, thousands, millions of jobs are going to be replaced with technology. So if you are in the middle class and you don't have some type of high-level skill, you're going to be replaced with a robot. Robots don't need vacation time. Robots don't have sick days. Robots can work around the clock. So if you think about being the business owner, if you think about being the employer, what are they going to opt in for? They're going to opt in for what they can get more bang for their buck. So a lot of people who have jobs are going to lose those jobs. That's also going to be a factor in eliminating the middle class. Because if these people who are now considered middle class lose their job, and your job dictates your income, and you have no more income, how are you going to pay bills? So you're losing your income, and the cost of stuff is higher. So guys, this is how you're going to see a lot of people go from middle class to poor. Now, I don't want to just like sound like I'm talking about, I'm being negative, because I do have a solution to this, but it's only going to come to the people who are aware. So you got to ask yourself, like, what are you willing to learn, and what are you willing to change? There's going to be some change required of you to be able to adopt and evolve with what's happening. Because guys, we're literally in the midst of the largest transfer of wealth in history. This is like the largest transfer of wealth in our day. Any other time this is happening, most times we read it in history books. But we have the opportunity now to participate. And there's going to be three types of people. There's going to be millionaires created, there's going to be billionaires created, and then there's going to be witnesses. People who just watch this happen and wonder how they got on the wrong side of the coin. But you have the opportunity to do something about it if you raise your level of awareness, if you understand what's happening. Inflation is what we call the silent income killer. Inflation is something we can't see, right? We just feel it, right? It's not something that happens to you. You just go to the store and you can't buy as much stuff. You go to the gas station and you can't fill up your car the same with the same money. Jobs are going to be replaced. So you got to ask yourself, what are you doing differently, or what are you learning? What kind of high-level skills are you learning to make sure that you are prepared for what's to come? And this isn't something, this isn't theory, this isn't opinion, this is a fact. This is happening in front of our face right now. Right? This is happening in front of our face right now. So here's another concept I want y'all to think about that should be like a wake-up call to make some of you guys aware. Something that really hit home for me. There's two concepts I'm going to talk about, then I'm out of here. Income versus cash flow. Do y'all know the difference? Income versus cash flow. This is a concept that I need you to get tonight. Most people only think about income. You go and get a job, the first thing you care about is how much you're paid. Right? Y'all start dating someone, y'all want to know where they work because y'all want to know how much money they making, right? Income is measured in dollars. Okay? Income is the amount of money. Cash flow, the difference though, and most of us focus on income, but we need to start focusing on cash flow. Cash flow is measured in time. Okay? So income is money, cash flow is time. So let me make it make sense. Income is how much money you make. So what's your salary? How much money you make on a yearly basis? Your income could be like $50K a year. Okay? You're making $50,000 a year. Cash flow asks a different question though. Cash flow is how long does your money last? Think about this. So you could be making $50,000 a year. Your expenses is $100,000 a year. So your money, your cash flow is only 6 months because your money can only last half of the year because your expenses is double your income. So think about it, y'all. Think about it. This is a concept I need y'all to get. See, a lot of us think about income. So we think about our favorite athlete, our favorite rapper, or people who are famous, right? We think about celebrities. And let's say that celebrity is making $1 million a year. But they balling. They got the cars, they got the big house. And their expenses is $2 million a year. Okay? That means that this person's cash flow, how long their money can last, is only 6 months. Even though they got a high income, their cash flow is only 6 months, so really this person is broke. They only got money for half the year. The next half of the year, they pussing, they broke. They probably living in debt, right? Now, you may have another person, okay? You may have another person. That's why we got to focus on cash flow, guys. Your focus, your emphasis is on your cash flow, not your income. You may have someone who has a job, a teacher. Let's say this teacher is making $40,000 a year, okay? And this teacher lives off $20,000 a year. Their expenses is $20,000 a year. That means this teacher's cash flow is 2 years. She makes 40 grand. She spends 20 grand a year. So her money lasts 2 years. So this person who's making less income, their cash flow is double the person who made the million. This person is the better person. They're in the better position. See, a lot of us never think about how long our money lasts. See, most people don't have an income problem. They got a cash flow problem. Here's what I mean. And this is what's happening with most people. I was in this situation too. Until I got around people who started to teach me and put me onto the game so I could do better with my money. Most people would make their salary for the week. But their expenses are so high, that's why you broke 1 week into your check. And you can't wait for the next week for your paycheck to come in. This is why people live paycheck to paycheck. Is because you got the income, but your cash flow is jacked up. You got to figure out ways to create more cash flow, more income coming in so that your money can last longer. Is this making sense to someone? This is why, this same concept here, guys, is what made me learn how to start investing. This is what made me say, I got to get educated on investing. I got to learn how to create another source of income so I can have my money grow, so my money can last longer. That's the whole key. That's the whole key. You got to get to a point where you have multiple sources of income. Because if you're dependent on one source of income, chances are your cash flow does not last long enough. So you got to be able to inject new money. And how do you inject new money into your revenue streams without getting another job? Is you learn how to make the money you make grow and work for you. Money is a seed. Money is not designed to just be spent. That's what we've been taught. That's the trick. That's why most people struggle financially, is because as soon as we get money, we know we're going to spend it even before we get it. Y'all know we all guilty. You know your check coming out on the 15th and the 30th of the month. It's only the 8th, but you're already thinking about what you want to spend your money on the 15th on. That's why we jacked up. So you got to learn how to create multiple sources of income, or how to make your money grow, how to make your money stretch. And the way you do that is through investing. Investing simply means using your money to make you more money. That's it. That's all investing is. And the key is, if you don't start investing, if you don't learn how to multiply your money, you'll never create wealth. Because you cannot work your way to wealth. You can't save your way to wealth. The only way to create wealth is to invest. Think about the wealthiest people you know in your family, in your country, in your island, in your city. Did they get wealthy through their job? No, jobs aren't designed to help us get wealthy. Jobs are designed to pay us just enough to keep coming back. The people who create wealth, they had to invest in something. They probably invest in stocks. They probably invested in real estate. In today's day and age, they're investing in crypto. They're investing in foreign exchange. But the greatest investment you could ever make is in yourself. You got to invest in yourself. You got to invest in the books, the courses, the education. Because the knowledge is what allows you to know what to do with your money. So I tell people, don't go into investing without investing in your education first. The education is key. Because the education is going to allow you to make good decisions to what you do with your money. Guys, you got to start investing. You got to put yourself in a position to get access to the right information. And if you are on this live right now and you want to learn how to invest and you're talking to people around you and they're telling you don't do it, look at their bank account and ask yourself, is this person qualified to give you advice? That was something I had to start doing in my life. When I was starting my journey of entrepreneurship and investing, a lot of people around me, because they didn't understand, no one taught us about investing. When I said I was going to start investing, the first thing was negative. That's risky. Man, you shouldn't do that. But they was broke. Then I got around wealthy people and they told me that's the number one thing to invest is invest. So you got to start to make sure you ask yourself every single day, who are you listening to? Are you listening to people who have the results you want? Or are you listening to people who don't have the results you want? I started making better decisions. When I started to get around people who were making money, this weekend past, I was able to be around a 32-year-old who's worth over 30 million. I was able to spend time with my mentor, 35 years old, does over 1.2 million a year from one business alone. Was able to rub shoulders with another mentor of mine, highest paid network marketer in Latino network marketer. He does several million per month. When I get around those type of people and we start having conversations, the conversation is totally different from when I was hanging with my friends who ain't had no money. So you got to make sure that you're not allowing people who aren't on track to throw you off track. Or if you're trying to make a decision for yourself to better your financial situation, and people who don't have their finances in order trying to discourage you, that's a red flag. Guys, the middle class is being eliminated. There's going to be rich or there's going to be poor. You are the only person who can make a decision to decide which side you're going to be on. I made the decision I'm not going to be poor. My family ain't going to be poor. Why? Because of the decisions that I'm making today. I'm learning what to do with my money. I'm learning what to invest in. I'm learning how to make my money grow for me. I'm learning about crypto. I'm learning about the future of money. You got to do the same thing. You got to ask yourself, are you willing to learn and are you willing to change? And if the answer is yes, then you're on the right path. But don't be that person who's just willing to learn. You're willing to soak up information, but you're not willing to apply anything. Knowledge isn't power. Knowledge is potential. What activates the power is the application of the knowledge. Guys, my whole focus, my goal is to make sure I empower and educate and enrich as much people's lives as possible just by sharing what's been shared with me. But I put myself in a position to get access to the right information. Every single person who's watching this right now, you can do the same thing. Don't sabotage your success. I always tell people I'm working with, I say, listen, we were born looking like our parents, but we die looking like our decisions. Make a good decision. Make a decision to learn high-level skills so that you aren't eliminated with this revolution that's happening. This transfer of wealth that's happening, whether we like it or not, you got to make sure you position yourself to be on the right side. Please don't end up on the wrong side. Because a lot of people are going to be homeless. A lot of people are going to be living desolate. They're going to be in poverty. People that was doing good because they didn't adopt and they didn't grow. They didn't evolve. Don't be like Blockbuster, who didn't want to evolve when Netflix came and now Blockbuster out of business. Don't be like Kodak, the camera, where they didn't adopt to digital technology. Now no one uses film. Everything's digital. Please don't let that be you. This is happening when it comes to finances right now. You have the opportunity to position yourself in front of the information to make good decisions. Don't just watch this happen. Be a person that makes it happen for you and your family. Because what if you are the savior of your family? What if just because you saw this live today, you could make a better decision to empower other people in your life? If you don't, you're selfish. That means you're only thinking about you. What about the people who follow you? What about the generations to come? That's the reason I go so hard, guys, is because I realize I have a whole community of people who I have the opportunity through getting the right information to be able to equip them, to be able to prepare themselves better for what's coming. You got the same obligation. So I hope you got value from this, man. Don't be on the wrong side of the coin. Get some high-level skills. Learn how to invest. If you don't know how to invest, you don't know where to start, DM me. I'm a part of an educational platform that teaches people how to invest from basic beginner, knowing absolutely nothing. You're going to start to understand how to invest in crypto. You're going to understand how to invest in foreign exchange, how to get involved with stock and options. But you got to be willing to make the decision, because you can't change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction with a decision. So if you want in, I got a call coming up in the next 20 minutes, 9 o'clock. Okay, hit me up, DM me, I'll send you the link. Even if you don't do what I do, do something. Learn how to invest. Learn how to put your money to work for you. That's the only way you're going to be able to escape what's happening, is by positioning yourself to the right information. All right? So I love y'all. Thank y'all for hopping on. I'll see y'all in the next one. Take it easy.